Hello everyone. So a couple of days ago I showed you guys a video that I actually created a new language, and as you can see in Visual Studio Code, it doesn't even know the syntax highlighting for this. So what can I do so that Visual Studio Code can recognize my new syntax? And so I have a way of doing it, so please stick around and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so why did we do Visual Studio Code syntax highlighting? The reason is very simple. If you create a new language or with brand new syntax or grammar, which is different from the rest of the other languages, Visual Studio Code will not be able to recognize it. So you have to create your own syntax highlighting. And the good news is that there are tools available to help you. There is this Yeoman Generator, which I will show you how to install and use in the next slide. Okay, so let's go into the next slide, and this is how to install the Yeoman Generator tool. So first of all, you need the No Package Manager, and so this needs to be installed before you can install the Yeoman Generator tool. So the syntax is very simple. You just type in npm install -g yo generator dash code. Then you type in yo code, and then you select new language support as an option. Then answer a few questions Yeoman Generator asks you. Then this will generate a basic template for you to start adding your new syntax or grammar. And then when you're done with the new grammar, you copy the whole directory that contains your new syntax highlighting grammar into home $home/vscode/extension. This is on the Mac, of course, but wherever your vscode app has been installed. So I'll show you how to do that in the next session. Okay, so open the terminal on the Mac and type in npm-v, and this will tell you what version of the No Package Manager was installed. If it was not installed, then you need to install npm first. Then the next step is to type in npm install -g yo generator code, right? And this will take a minute or two. And notice the -g. The -g tells npm to install it globally, and I'll show you where the directory is located. Okay, everything is done. So the Yeoman Generator is installed in USR local lib no module, and if this does not have the correct permission to change mod recursive 777, and just make sure that you have proper permissions, otherwise you're gonna get an error. Okay, so let's clear this, and I'm gonna just go into my directory, and I'm gonna create a new directory. So type make directory temp, right? And this is where I'm gonna go call Yeoman Generator, and the syntax is very simple. Just type in yo code, and this will bring up our Yeoman Generator, and scroll down to new language support, and then it's going to ask a few questions. So it says, do you have any URL the file imported, and I have none, so I'm just going to press enter. What's the name of your extension? And I'm gonna say TPL. What's the identifier? So I'm gonna put TPL. What's the description of your extension? And I'm gonna say TPL programming language, right? And here it asks me for the ID, and example PHP or JavaScript. I'm going to type in TPL, enter the name of the language. The name will be shown in the vscode editor mode selector. So I'm going to just say again TPL programming language. And file extension, I'm going to put in .tpl. And scope name, I'm going to type in source TPL and enter. And do you want to initialize a Git repository? I'm going to say no. And all that has been created for me. Okay, so let's scan the directory that was just created for me. And you can see that there is a bunch of file here. There's a package.json which contains the description of the language syntax that I created. And then most importantly, if you go to cd syntaxes, right, there's this file called tpl.tml language, and this is the one that you need to modify. Okay, so using VS Code, open up the directory that Yeoman Generator created for us. So in particular, I'm interested in the syntax, directory, where the tpl.tml language JSON has been created for me. And you notice that this is basically just bare bone with the very minimal. What you need to do is create your own pattern. So you have to understand regular expression to do this. So if you don't understand regular expression too well, you can go and find a similar file, tml language.json for a different language, and then use that as your example to create your own version. Okay, so after spending an hour or two on this, I was able to complete the grammar for my programming language. As you can see, the way this is created is that the comments take precedence over operators, and operators take precedence over strings and numbers, so vice versa. So the very top will be the highest, and the bottom will be the lowest. Okay, so I'll walk you through some of the things I've done. So if you look for comments, right, in this pattern section you see comment. Then if you search for it again, and there will be another section called comments, which is underneath the repository, and you can see that I'm looking for patterns, right? So here I'm looking for the pound bang, basically, like USR local bin TPL. This part is going to color the same as if I actually had a comment. So here, this is where I'm looking at my matches, right? So notice, backslash star and then star backslash, that tells me my comment block, right? And then here I go ahead and go into comments inline, and you can see that you can actually create a very extensive grammar file for this. Okay, and I won't go into a lot of details, but you can find the information online on how to do this, or you can just copy something that's already working and then modify it. And here you go all the way back up, right? Here's recognizing operators, and reserved words and control statements, right? So if what's interesting here is my control, if I look for control statements, which I've defined down there, right? The control statements are as follow: if, while, switch, case, break, for, return. And here are my reserved words that I define. So this is a regular expression. If it finds a matching string, right? And so this will be highlighted. And here's the name. So each time it matches a reserved word, it's gonna create this name called entity name function.member, right? TPL. Okay. And here is where we're looking at expression. So it's the breakdown of the reserved words, numbers, parenthesis inside expression, and then the string, if any, in there. So quite extensive, and I won't go into too much details, but this is what it looks like. Okay. Okay, so I'm done with the grammar. I'm gonna go ahead and close VS Code. Okay, and then open up a terminal, and this is where the new TPL TM language JSON lives. So we need to copy this whole directory over to VS Code, right? So to do this, just do cp -r TPL and then VS Code extension, okay, and copy this whole folder to the extension directory. Okay. Okay, so next step, we want to cd over to VS Code extension directory and then verify that this TPL directory is there with all the files that was generated, including our syntax. Okay, and it's there. Okay, so let's open up our VS Code, and I'm gonna go ahead and open my TPL workspace. And as soon as you open the workspace, it already recognized my syntax highlighting. So you can see here, this is green for something like a pound bang declaration, and then for reserve keyword will be like yellow, and this is a user-defined function. These are also yellow, right? And string is like orange or brown, I can't really tell. Comment is also green, like this is an inline comment, and then this is a another comment, and here's a multi-line comment. So it recognized the new syntax grammar that I created. Very nice compared to what I had before. And immediately if I type something like, for example, a comment, it's starting to turn green already, right? So this is a comment. And then same thing here, if I type in this is a comment, it also worked. And if I do something like print f hello world, it all recognizes my new grammar. Very nice. Okay, and I really hope that you enjoy this tutorial, and if you need to create new syntax highlighting, you can do so for VS Code. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember to press like, subscribe if you like this kind of tutorial. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye now.